What's up guys, Drew here with TFab. I got my MR-1 here from Conroe, Texas, right? Went and picked it up. It's on the pallet still. If you're like me, you're like, man, I really need to get that thing off the pallet. I need to get it spinning. So I'm gonna show you a couple things, what I did in order to make this process work for someone who doesn't have a forklift or the means of getting one here currently. To get it off here and get it off safely, and this is what I did to get my Langmuir MR-1 on the ground and spin. So the MR-1 itself, without any of the additives, the water, all that stuff, if you were to buy this assembled, it's gonna come in about 700 pounds. Now 700 pounds isn't a huge amount for a mill. However, it's more than I can lift, and probably most of you can as well. So essentially what I did was I have used some basement jacks. These basement jacks hold about 10,000 pounds a piece. So I know they're going to be able to hold up. I'm not going to pull down the rafters in my garage to get it off of the pallet. So I use these basement jacks and put a 4x4 across the top. Sheer strength on a 4x4 across the 8-foot span. It's definitely more than 700 pounds, particularly with 2 hoist points. And what I did was, this thing comes with a plate. Now these plates are great for, using a forklift to get it up and down. They're mounted on the front because the weight can sometimes shift or be inconsistent due to where the milling head is. Now, mine's pretty close to center. I know the gantry itself is a pretty heavy item, as well as obviously the epoxy granite that they poured in here to help keep some ballast in there. So what I ended up doing was putting this plate on the side. Now what you'll find is the holes that are drilled on both sides are identical. However, the span between this leg and this leg are different. So what I did was I poked 2 1/4-inch holes about a 1/2 inch away from these inward in order to mount this. This, however, gives me the ability to shift some of that weight a little more aft, being able that I'm going to lift it from the side and go up with it. Lots of hand controls, lots of hand finger wags. What I want to do is just pick it up enough to get it off of the pallet and move it back enough so it's close enough to the wall that I'm not smashing any of my air system, however, giving me a little more room forward for the rest of my shop. Now, this feat is probably a cost-effective way of doing it. Of course, I would say Langmuir would probably recommend that you use a forklift if you have the ability to. All right, now something that I learned that you definitely need to take into consideration is you want these through the round, the eyelet part of it. I'll call it an eyelet, kind of like a chain, right? You want it pulling at the center because you want it pulling up. If you strap these 2 together underneath that, you're going to be getting as a pinching effect. It's going to be pulling the boards together. So you want to have those functioning independently. Secondly, tie a knot at the top if you need to gain some distance there. So let's get to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extract the pallet out from under this thing, and I'm going to begin to lower it back down. Since I moved those side plates back a little ways, it is allowing the machine to level itself out a little bit. It's keeping it about center. That it's in a good spot. Good stuff. Alright, and just like that, you got your 700-pound gantry mill off with the pallet and onto the ground. It's extremely cost effective, pretty safe in nature, and I would say definitely do that again. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'd be happy to help out. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.